morning world from Siargao Island. We are driving in Bidi, doing a little family test drive, getting prepared for our future plans. We are thinking very much so about what we want to do next month, and we want to travel to Mindanao and do a little bit of exploring and really get to know the Philippines.
Story's trying out her new chair that we got for her, a little seatbelt device, and she said it's super comfortable and comfortable enough for her to fall asleep in it anyway.
It's been a difficult situation trying to find a seatbelt solution for Story because this car was not made with seatbelts in the back, so we had to find one that works with a car without seatbelts, and so far so good.
Yeah, it's doing the job. We're just driving into Jmayel at the moment. We've got a few shopping bits to do, but it has come over really grey and cloudy all of a sudden. Looks like it's going to rain or be really stormy or both.
This is good though, because right now I'm making mental notes about what needs to be done with this car so that it can be ready for our road trip next month. And a lot of it will have to do with how much rain leaks in, whether windscreen wipers work, if our washer jets are working. I'm creating a list, and these are the things that will be my responsibility moving forward into our big trip.
Oh wow, look at this. There we go, that didn't take long.
Complete transformation from this morning.
Yeah,
at least the wipers are working.
Yes. We're just going to take a bit of a longer drive up and down the main street here because we don't want to actually get out in this rain right now.
And I've still got a fuel tank of fuel to use up from that day we went on the crocodile hunt.
Yeah.
So why not?
Thinking of travelling again, I feel a little bit apprehensive. Not so much actually travelling, but now we have extra responsibilities in the way of Eden back there. We used to travel a lot with Eden when we lived in Thailand, but that was obviously a good few years ago now. She wasn't sick and she was a lot younger, and we often struggled then when we travelled with Eden. It does add a sense of nervousness for me, just because you're going into the unknown with a dog as well as a child. So I am a bit apprehensive about that, and I feel very comfortable here on the island and I like it a lot. I don't actually feel the need personally to want to go and travel because I feel like I found a really nice spot here. However, saying that, Story has been requesting to travel a lot recently, and I think as parents we have to respond to her wants and needs, make her ideas and her dreams come to life, and she has said frequently.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Well, talk about doing a test drive. Story just had a puke explosion in the back of the car. Don't worry, Story, I won't film you because I don't want you to be embarrassed. But yes, this is something that doesn't normally happen. Never, actually. So yes, it's part of the development. We need to work out what's going on here. Her chair is completely covered. We need to give that a clean. Maybe it was her seating position, something like that.
I think Eden got some on her head as well.
Yeah, poor Eden. It's okay, Eden doesn't mind. She's a stinker anyway. Yeah, abandoned. We're gonna go straight back home. Just got a couple of things I need to pick up in town, and then back home to, yes, work out what happened here. It is the next morning here at home. So yesterday turned out to be an absolute disaster. Although looking at the sun rising right now feels good, making me feel a bit more calm and a bit more collected about what happened yesterday. Just have a quick appreciation of that morning light. So as soon as we got back to the house yesterday, it was all systems go. We were cleaning the car, we were washing blankets, getting Story's little car chair that she's just used for the first time and sticking it in the washing machine because it was covered in like green juice and chia seeds. It was gross, but really psychologically was a bit of a buster because we were, you know, preparing and troubleshooting for our upcoming trip, thinking about the car breaking down, and then having Story get some kind of road sickness, it seems, you know. I mean, the first time she ever really showed recent car sickness was when we went to pick up Eden in the minivan, and pretty much every hour we had to stop the van so she could puke. Now she's doing that in the car, so I'm hoping she's not developing travel sickness and road sickness, because that would be an absolute disaster. However, we have had friends that have had extreme travel sickness in the past, and ginger was the solution. Absolute magic ingredient to get rid of road sickness. It was just like, it changed everything. And when we used to travel together, she would take ginger and there would just be no problems afterwards. So we'll see, it might be a combination of her being recently poorly and that adding to the fact that she was sitting in the back of her car in a different position to what she's normally in. But really, this is all part of the troubleshooting as to whether this trip is going to be feasible or not. But it kind of has to be, because moving around is a part of our life, you know, traveling to see different places is part of what we do. And Story is the one that really instigated this trip. She's the one that really wants to go and see things and do things, and we want to be able to provide that for her, even if there are challenges along the way. If you are wondering why I am awake and filming a vlog at sunrise, it is because Eden woke me up at 5 o'clock. I had to take Eden outside and I thought I might as well just do some work. So I've been up working and I just saw that the sun was rising and I was like, where's the camera? And I'd left it in the car after all the rushing about yesterday when we got back, when Story had been sick, and then just like finish what we started yesterday, talk about how we're going to do this. One formula that has always really worked for us is to just do it. Most of the time, if you spend too much time preparing and worrying for something, you never actually get it done. So we are going to push forward with the plan and see how far we can get with it. And I think it's important for us to do that in many ways. You could say that we wouldn't be where we are today or who we are today if we didn't just do it and make decisions that perhaps some people would think were unconventional or difficult. I've just moved location because I realized I was sitting down on a crab's nest. They were doing their thing where they were exchanging shells when they get into a line. Thought I'd better leave them to it. Something that I was just thinking about when I was sitting there watching the waves, and it's that I'm kind of already looking forward to having completed the trip and coming back home to this. I have a new appreciation for where I live. I used to always be looking for the next thing or just always thinking about what's next. But now, having discovered somewhere so amazing, I completely respect how good this is. And I know that there's going to be a complete diversity of things to see, and that is going to stimulate me loads, and Story's going to love traveling around and seeing different parts of the Philippines. I also know that the day I get back here and I sit down and I watch this sunrise, I'm going to be like, we're home. I think in an ideal world, maybe in like a kind of dream state situation, we would be able to travel for almost 1 month and then come back here, and Story can go back to the forest school and see her friends, and then go away and do some world schooling. Because I definitely think that Story has benefited a lot from being schooled in the world and seeing different animals, and like just teaching her about how different cultures are and moving around. If we could do that, we would get the best of the Philippines. And this country has so much to offer, with volcanoes, and like here we have the surfing. We've got super high mountains where you can do hiking. They've got the turtle release beaches, you know, where the babies are hatched and they walk towards the sea. I'd love to see that with Story. She'd absolutely find that amazing. Perhaps go and see the real Philippines eagle in its native habitat. That might be a rare sighting. And with so many islands to discover, well, I just can't really visualize how we would ever be able to do it all. I don't think it's possible, but I do want to try. What a beautiful morning this has turned out to be. It was actually raining really heavily when I first woke up. Seeing the dogs out here chilling out at the beach at sunrise is just making me think about what it's like to have an animal, you know, to be close to Eden and have her here with us. And I really want to enjoy traveling with Eden, and we've been buying different bits of equipment so that we can make traveling with her a little bit easier. And I'm thinking perhaps it might be an idea to get some kind of like travel enclosure, so that when we go to a hotel we can keep her in her own little space. It's something to look into before all of this begins. Hey girls! Morning!
I'm looking everywhere for you.
Yeah, I've been hiding outside on the beach.
I didn't go down to the beach, I went to the car.
Yeah, no, I went to the car to get the camera, and then I went down to the beach to watch the sunrise and talk about you. How are you feeling today?
Good.
Yeah? How's your rash?
Good.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's drying up, isn't it? Nice, nice. Looking a lot better.
Lots on this arm, but not much on here.
That's right. And how about your feet?
My feet again.
Yeah, excellent. Healing up.
Yeah. How's that rock did that?
I don't know actually. A few rocks have moved around this morning. Maybe it was the wind and the rain.
It was so windy last night.
Like a stormy. It was.
Yeah.
Morning, Eden. Have you dried off after a little bath? Yeah? What have you got to show me? Whoa, nice balancing.
Mum might love this.
Yeah, I think Mum will love it too, yeah.
Mum, look at this. I'm being a barista.
Oh, show me how. Okay, use your other hand to stabilise this in case it moves. Good job. That's very accurate. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright, let's put it in.
It's like a mountain.
Yeah, I know, we spilt some coffee, didn't we? Not too much though, it's not too bad.
It was fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, and then what do you do next? Now what? That's it. Out comes the coffee. It's going to be tasty.
Yeah.
Mmm, smoky. You want to try? It's hot, okay? Drink it slowly.
Too hot.
What about the flavour, the taste?
I like it.
You like the taste?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a coffee drinker. That's a black coffee as well.
No sugar.
No sugar, just black. That's a long black, that's called.
So Story, what's the price of the coffee this morning that you made?
How much?
50.
50 pesos.
Okay.
It's a good
Come
price.
get your payment.
That's a cheap price. Well done. Okay,
Give
so
me 100 and it was only 50.
alright, so you need to give Mummy 50 back. So she's got the accurate change.
100.
Was it 50 pesos each cup, or was it just 50 for the 2 cups?
2 cups.
Ah, okay. Alright, so we need to get change then.
Sometimes baristas have pet lizards.
I've never seen a barista with a pet lizard, but maybe that's your concept. Alright, let's get the change for Mum. There we go.
So keep that and put it in your pot. Thank you for the coffee, Story, it's really nice.
You're welcome.
Good transaction. Well done, barista.
Hi. I just wanted to come and film just for a little bit before we end the vlog today. Excuse the wet hair, I've just been getting ready for the new day. But before we end today's video and start a new one, I just wanted to clear up what I was saying, so I don't feel like I really finished saying what I was talking about in the car before Story threw up everywhere. Yesterday after we got home, I was really kind of feeling quite bad about a lot of stuff, about Story and about Eden, and just I was full of doubt and I didn't feel very good yesterday at all. And the thought of the travel was kind of adding to that, because it's taking out of our comfort zone and things like that. And a while ago, that is what Jay and I used to live for. You know, the thought of going traveling would be so exciting and really kind of all for it all the time. We were always kind of planning the next trip and wanting to be on the move all the time. Now things have kind of changed, and I kind of got to the stage now where I don't really want to go anywhere. But I know that as soon as we do go, and as soon as we travel, and as soon as we start seeing new places, all of these feelings that I'm feeling now will disappear. They will evaporate, because it's just what happens with me. I get comfortable and then I don't want to do anything, and then as soon as we do something, I'm like, wow, that was amazing, I'm so glad we done it. Now it is a new day here and I feel completely different how I did yesterday, and I am excited to start planning the trip and seeing some new places and exploring again. I think if this last year hadn't have happened with the pandemic and the world lockdown, things would be very different now. It's been quite a long time that Jay and I have actually stayed in one place for this long without planning a trip or without moving somewhere or doing something new. The fact that we have had this opportunity to just stop and be in one place has led me to this feeling that I'm now thinking about all of the worries of travel rather than all the excitement. The key for me is to just be prepared, to know what we're going into and just go in a way, because despite any kind of reservations or doubts that I might have right now, I know that they're gonna go as soon as we do travel a little bit. And I feel kind of silly hearing myself saying it, because a year ago I was not like this at all. I was the one always looking for the next place to go and the next trip and the next adventure, and now I just feel like I took a little step back from that, and I haven't really felt that for a while. And I think finding where we have found, where we have ended up, and where we have placed ourselves for the foreseeable future as well here on the island, I'm just really grateful every day that we are here, and I don't feel like we can top this place right now. So that's another reason why I don't really feel the need to go, because are we going to find anywhere better? But I know that's not what it's about. It's about exploring and adventuring and making memories as a little family, and Story is eager to go. She really is. She keeps asking to do new things. We want to feel her childhood with all these adventures, and that's what we said we would do when we had kids. We would keep traveling no matter what. So that's what we're going to do. We just have to prepare and be ready for it. Right, I'm gonna continue getting ready for the day. We're not going anywhere today. It is a home day because it is really windy and stormy outside. I'm just looking at the waves right now, and also the car is still wet after being cleaned yesterday. I think Jay got the best part of the day when he was outside at sunrise this morning. And on that note, I'm gonna end the vlog for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Wasn't quite what we planned, but that's life. And we'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye.